Welcome, everybody, to Generation Dan, the only podcast that's just as good when viewed live as it is when viewed from your phone. I'm Atlas Novak. I'm your millennial. Who else is here with me?
I'm Dino, the genetic marvel, and I can't figure out how to change the volume on my phone. That's fair. That's
No, because, okay, so today we're talking about concerts, and
yes.
there's always the people who are like, I'm going to film Chapel Roan or whatever the fuck you're seeing. And they're like, I'm going to watch this later. You never watch it ever again.
No. I think there's a certain amount of being in the moment that you lose whenever you try and film stuff.
Right.
And it's one of those things that, I feel like a lot of people don't realize how using your phone takes you out of the moment,
Does, yeah.
even like, do you remember when this is like when you were young, was people would pull out a lighter and light it, and now people just turn on the light on their phone, which is significantly worse. Like, it is not the same. Like would you take out a flashlight and just shine that at the fucking, just say, hey, I have a light here too? That's not. It's ridiculous. It's a little much. I don't know. I really like music. I really like live music. Mm-hmm. I enjoy concerts. I don't like people that go to concerts. So I don't like the people that I usually have to sit around. I don't like the people who are like, I want to have a loud conversation while this person's singing, and you're like, can you not? We're here for the sing. You can have your conversation anywhere. They're like, no, but I paid for these seats, and you're like, okay, well, that's your piece of shit. So, yeah.
So we're recording this on Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not paying attention. I'm on my iPhone. Yep. We're recording this on Super Bowl Sunday, where there will be a Green Day and Bad Bunny performance with a football game in between them. So we figured this would be a good time to talk about concerts and what going to concerts was like for our respective generations.
Here's a question for you. Do you consider going to a live game in the same... I feel like it's an equivalent thing, that it's also like a concert per se. It's not musical, but it is still a concert for viewing. I don't know. Like, there's something to be said about that. Good morning, Jim, by the way.
Depends on the sport. Baseball and football have intervals between action, which means it's more of going to somewhere to hang out with your friends, with occasionally being like, oh shit, something's happening. And then basketball, hockey, soccer, that's constantly moving. So that is more what I think you're describing.
Victoria says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Victoria. My synagogue is having a Super Bowl party with both halftime shows. There are two halfway. Okay, whatever.
No, so Green Day is before the game, and Bad Bunny is halftime during the game. Soccer, I hardly know her. God damn it, Joey. Super Bowl tickets are below $4,000, and MAGA is blaming Bad Bunny and all the California homeless. From someone in California, most of our homeless are bussed in from other states. So you're welcome, I guess.
I don't know if that's true. I think there's the idea that homeless get bussed around is insane to me, but also I feel like a lot of people just go to California for the fun of, I can sleep on the street.
Well, that's another part of it, is like you go to California to try and live your dream and then run out of money. Like, right? That makes sense. Also, you have a lot of New York homeless too for the same reason.
Soccer, I hardly know her. I mean, that's fair. Bad Bunny also performed at the halftime show 6 years ago with Shakira and J-Lo.
Oh. He did.
All right.
The Trump supporters are having their own halftime show. Yes, they are, and I think it's Kid Rock, which is like, okay, you do that, I guess.
Most people went to California chasing the Grateful Dead stuff, then just died. I mean,
they are called the Grateful Dead or something.
Other states do ship their homeless to California. I learned that when I worked for Greyhound. Yeah, and then there are other... Hey, ridiculously, that idea that you would ship your homeless anywhere instead of help them is the equivalent of No Child Left Behind. It's a horrible... Yep. The sentiment
is exactly what it is.
It's horrible. God, what I don't understand is why aren't people just being like, hey, help the homeless? Maybe, I don't know. It seems very weird. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna ship them somewhere nicer. Like, that doesn't
I don't know. I feel like for Americans specifically, I don't know if this is a Canadian thing too, but we have been brainwashed to believe that our like either through the Puritans or the Protestant work, whatever the reason is, that our government and our taxes should not be used to help people. It should just kind of be. And if you are using it to help people, you're a commie or something.
I think that's a distinctly American thing because taxes are specifically entitled, like their responsibility is to help people. That is the only thing that they're supposed to do. So the idea that no, you can't use taxes to help people, that's a you guys problem.
It's like when you hear the stuff about like USPS hasn't been profitable. It's a fucking service. Services cost money. Okay? UPS and FedEx, fine. Those are private companies. USPS is the United States Postal Service. Services cost money. Amtrak is a service. Services cost money. That's what taxes are for.
The wild thing is that because our Canada Post, so our USPS, right, for Canada, has been under attack in the same way. They've never made any money. You're like, yeah, I understand that. Hilariously, if you've ever tried to mail something to another country that is not the US or Canada, essentially that is like traveling the universe, and the universe is riddled with black holes that no one will tell you about because things just disappear all the time. Like it is a wild thing, and you're going like, yeah, having a postal service is actually quite a luxury. So the idea that it never makes any money, you're like, yeah, it's not supposed to. It's an extra service that we all have to take advantage of, right? So
I get the feeling that a non-zero amount of people think of USPS as being run by Newman from Seinfeld, where he's like, "It's raining, I'm not going outside," and the George is like, "Neither rain nor sleet. It's the first one."
I mean,
what are we talking about? Technically concerts, but we got a little off the track. So
yeah, hold on. Let's see. Fuck Kid Rock when he put a giant hole in the American flag and used it as a poncho 22 years ago. Bro,
I don't remember that.
I'm also at some churros, hearing Kid Rock for the first time. I hope he sings "Black Girl White."
I don't think he's gonna do that.
The Friend Jordan mission on Skid Row would buy bus tickets back to their home. Oh, hey, sup? What are you talking about? Yeah, we're talking about concert experiences. That's because we both have our problems with concerts and our joys of concerts. But you know,
okay. Let's start simply. What was your first concert?
Criss Cross. It was Criss Cross.
How old
Criss Cross. I was 9 years old. It was at Canada's Wonderland, which is essentially like a Six Flags. And yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. And yeah, that's Criss Cross will make you do things. Morris rather pay $20 for to a for-profit post office. Yeah, because people are stupid. I have been to Taylor Swift twice, Metallica, Machine Gun Kelly, Madonna, Def Leppard, etc. Joey, that is a very broad scope of live music to enjoy. Seals and Croft, 1973 at the Arlington Theater, Santa Barbara. I mean,
that's pretty cool. Mine was okay. So I should preface this by saying that 12 to 16-year-old me was the like le wrong generation. I was born too late. All modern music sucks, assholes. My first concert was AC/DC when I was 13 years old with my dad. They were really fucking old even back then. Yeah. That's fair. So it was their Rock and Roll Train tour, and they had like this opening graphic where it's like a satanic train or whatever, and then it rips through the screen, and then there's the train behind them for the whole concert.
It's like you would have been in your happy face. You're like, trains.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also when they did Whole Lotta Rosie, a big inflatable Rosie like blew up and she was like on top of the train for the song, and then they like,
which you're like balloons and trains.
Yeah, trains. Fuck yeah!
Concerts are the best. Yeah, that's fair. Joey said my first concert was 1989 in Cleveland Stadium with the Beach Boys band with my mom after the Indians game. I mean, I feel like she was buttering you up for something.
Yeah.
Did you take your kidney afterward? Yeah.
I see some people already getting in on the fun. What was your first concert? Put it in the comments. I'm curious. So I was there with my dad, and the lady next to me was like a 50-something-year-old lady who was way too drunk to be there. Like, we're at the beginning of the first song, and she's off her ass already. And she wouldn't stop talking to me. And she's like, young man, I see you're a fan of AC/DC. And her husband is trying, like, can you just leave the fucking kid alone, please? Like, switch places with her. She keeps trying to talk to me. I'm weirdly, like, weirded out the whole time and just being like, this is... Man.
You almost ended up on a milk carton there, bro. Just so you know, she almost took you home.
Lady was gonna try and slip me a Mickey or something. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, she was around for the roofie coladas before the roofie coladas were a thing. Yeah. Did you ever see a band in concert when the band was relevant? Piggybacking on that, when was the last concert you saw where the band was relevant, i.e., had a current top 40 hit? Ooh,
Flogging Molly. 2010. That was my friend Dan and I went to the House of Blues, which no longer exists on the Sunset Strip, and got to see them there. That was really fun because we were both fans of Flogging Molly. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get wasted. I feel like an Irish punk band is more fun when you're wasted, but still a good time.
Yeah, I have no idea who Flogging Molly is. I have no idea. Yeah, that's I like when I went to Chris Rock, and it was also interesting. Joey was also 1989. I believe they were still quite popular. It was quite the concert. It was a fun experience. Have I been to other concerts where people were? I mean, kind of. Like, I've been to a few concerts where it's like playing the music of Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, which was really fun. It was a great experience. There's other stuff like that, and like Game of Thrones, things like that. Like, we've been to a lot of stuff like that. Current concerts, not so much, because I don't like young people. They make me want to fight.
And that's why this show exists.
Yeah. I miss the camera going around showing titty flashing era of concerts before they got me too. Yeah, that's fair. That's no. Hey. There's not a person in the world who's like, you know what I miss? The ladies covering up at the concert. That's nobody's standing there. People are like, hey, you know what? Every once in a while, you might see a titty. Just you got to scope out who's in your section. Be like, all right, when something crazy happens, which way do I have to look? Because you get a little sneak. Solid choice. Someone met their first MILF out of it's exactly what happened, bro.
I don't think it's a MILF so much as like
molester.
I'd
just
like to
straight up
molester. I would like to flee from. That's what MILF stands for. Yeah,
Miffle. Yeah, that's fine.
Miffle. Yeah.
Flogging
Molly or Dropkick Murphys. Pick one. Flogging Molly. I know Dropkick Murphys do more recently, but when I was in high school, was Flogging Molly. I saw Kid Rock open for Metallica in 1999. Counted down to the Millennium at the Silver Dome.
That's awesome. Cool. That would be very cool. I mean, I suppose that was Pontiac, not Detroit, whatever. And Goose says N. That's fine. Yeah, I like there are a lot of bands that I would like to go see, but like at the same time, I guess technically we went and saw Elton John, and his song with Britney Spears was currently on the charts. So I guess that kind of counts. But it was fun. Like Elton John, super talented, and what a like he very much did a performance for his fans, and I love that. What concert did you see that you regretted? Oh,
I don't think I have any, because like I've seen, like as I was going through high school and stuff, I was like, this is probably the last time I'm gonna get to see these bands while they're still alive. So I've seen Rush, I've seen Black Sabbath, I've seen Van Halen.
Yeah.
And it was during that brief period where Van Halen got David Lee Roth back for like 5 minutes. That was pretty cool.
I have a friend that just went and saw Oasis.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
They got tickets. They were in Australia and they saw it. And I'm like, I hate you so much. She's like, it was a great concert.
And they were yelling at each other the entire time. Somehow they were singing their songs and flipping each other the bird.
I saw Guns N' Roses circa 2003 in the Buckethead was not the best. Oh God, that would no.
At least it wasn't Chinese Democracy. I remember like my dad and I thinking about going to see them. And it was right after Chinese Democracy came out, and I'm like, maybe not, because they're okay. This has been often observed, but the difference between being a comedian and being a musician is that when you like do a performance as a musician, you better play the shit everybody knows.
Correct.
Right? If you're a comedian and you play the shit everybody knows, they're like, that's cool. I'm never coming to see you again.
Yeah, if that's all you have, I'm never coming back. Yeah. That is hilariously a thing where if you're a music player, pay your best stuff. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Comedian, if you're not telling new stuff, I'm just never gonna come back. Which you're like, it's horrible.
I don't need to hear a different kind of truth from Van Halen. Give me 1984 and the original Van Halen. Like, give me that shit, you know.
Hot for Teacher, baby. I did not like the Motels. The lead singer seemed intoxicated. I mean, that's fair. The spaghetti incident was an underrated GNR.
That just sounds like the noodle incident from Calvin and Hobbes, which
also
need to go look up the spaghetti incident.
The remake of Since I Don't Have You is next level. I have no idea what that song is. We went and saw the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That was an experience. Because
what was that like?
So a lot of people are huge fans. We went. So I'll give you the synopsis. It's the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They have their songs and stuff. They're not trans. They're not Siberian. And I mean, I feel like there was a strings group. I wouldn't call it an orchestra. There was like 7 people. I don't feel.
I mean, I hear Trans-Siberian, and I had just assumed they crossed Siberia to come perform for you, right? Like that's what that means. It's just a cross.
If you're living in the 80s, yes, you would think that, but the 2020s have a different connotation, sir. And I'll tell you,
for the word that is usually what that
was. It was not. They're very talented people, cool light shows and stuff. They tried to tell their whole story because it was around Christmas time. It was weird. The people, you know what? And this is the thing is, when you go to a concert and you have no idea what you to expect, you're going to see some people who live and die by that band, which in my personal opinion, I think that's super fucking weird. But like, it is like, and as it stands, I'll be honest with you, the cool thing about concerts, and this is something that I think a lot of people don't realize, is like we've missed the opportunity. Like certain venues are really cool. Like we went to an opera in an amphitheater that sits at the foot of the Parthenon. Okay.
Very cool.
You can't get that experience anywhere in the universe. Like that's not a thing, right?
That's like that is going and reconnecting with your ancestors. That's the scene from Sinners where it's all the different like people dancing when Sammy is doing his big song, and they're all like, it's all the people from the past and future. That is probably the most Greek thing you could do.
I'll tell you. And the following day we walked up and toured the Parthenon and went to the Acropolis Museum and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very much, and you know what?
With you.
Oh, listen, and actually, hilariously, every time we go into a museum, Victoria finds Dino, which is essentially there will be a bust that will look identical to me. Every museum we've been to in the world has a me in it, and it's a very
the next time you go to a museum, if they allow you to take pictures, show me Dino, because I need to see the like
every time. And actually, so we are going. I know we're going to the UK in December. And I keep on giving Victoria shit because she's like, I've been to that museum, I've been to that museum, I've been to that museum. I'm like, oh, I've never been to the museums in London. And Victoria's like, you haven't? I'm like, I've only ever been to London with you, so that's on you. That's your birthplace, so suck it. Because when I took her to Greece, we went to every fucking museum you could think of that existed. Even to the point where you got to understand, they build a metro, so like a complete actually subway going through underneath Athens, and everywhere they went, they found ruins. So every subway stop is its own little museum.
Cute. That's cool.
Yes. We went to those too, okay? We did all of the museums. I'm not a huge fan of museums because it's Greece. This place is a fucking museum. But did I go to the London ones where I could see, the fucking marbles of Greece that have been stolen by London? No, don't do that. We didn't do that. I'm hoping we do it this year. And then I'll send you a bunch of pictures of Dino in London. It's like twinsies, and just it's everywhere we go.
Joey's comments are on point today. No new crap, play taking care of business, get to the work and overtime part.
That's no the transition mechanics. London museums are amazing, by the way. The King's Muse. There you go. I wouldn't know. I haven't been, Joey.
I haven't been since I was literally a toddler. I'm pretty sure I peed myself at Big Ben. I can't remember.
Hold on. Victoria just sent me found Dino's doppelganger at
Was it the same thing that's been performed a few thousand
It's on Instagram, and let me pull it up. Because it's hilarious. Give me 1 second here. I sent the photo of your bust. There you go. Thank you. The underground is so easy. Oh, that's also true. The
underground is so easy to get around. Okay, so like, is there any? Okay, so I wasn't really thinking of things like orchestra concerts.
Found my doppelganger right there.
God damn, you're right. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It is. It's very crazy because it's every museum we ever go to, there's always a Dino. Thank you, Victoria. There's always a Dino. It's a very weird thing where I'm like, because I've had artists who are staring at me and I'm like, yeah, right. And they're like, you have a good Roman nose. And I'm like, I'm Greek. It's better than that. And they're like, sorry, I didn't mean to insult, but yeah, you have a very classical head shape. And I'm like, all right.
Okay.
And then they're just like looking like they're just tracking me. And I'm like, can you just stop? And they're like, did you broke my nose when I was really young? I was 6 years old. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that explains it.
I love the idea of just some guy following you. I have to stop you. You have.
It's been weird. There's been times, and people were like, "Hey, could you just?" And I'm like, "Can you just not?" And I'm gonna go somewhere else. Why don't you just fucking leave me alone, weirdo? That's
So I wasn't even thinking about things like orchestra concerts or opera, which, by the way, is a progenitor of the musical. So we could, in theory, add musicals to this list, but then we'd be here all day. Because it is like concerts are a form of live theater in a way.
Oh, definitely.
So it depends on how much you want to blur that line.
I mean, to a degree. Victoria has something else to add. So she said, I even found a bangle with an ancient coin that looks like him in NYC. I did get it. And there we go.
Is that Nero? Who is that?
I don't know. It might be Constantine, which, hey what are you gonna do?
That's him. For people listening, that's technically his real name. That's
I am named after emperors and kings. That is just how that is. No, but that's, and you know what, like, so like I really enjoy concerts, and wildly because I'm grew up with like Geno music, right? And it's just the whole time, and I love it. I love electronic music. It's my favorite. And Victoria was with her friends, who her friends were also into that kind of music and still are. Okay. And I'm like, I'm 99% sure I ran into them when we were at clubs and stuff, but whatever. Because this is going back like a long time ago, right?
You get like the prequel episode to your life, and it's like, oh, maybe we met by accident some other time.
Mm-hmm. And Victoria's like, oh yeah, we came upon this concert, so we're going to it. And then she started listing all of the people from like when I was 20 years old and going to clubs and stuff. And I'm like, she's like, oh, it's all these people. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. So they got to do that. And then the following year when they had that concert again, the tickets were like $200. And I'm like, number one, get fucked. Because none of you are popular right now. Eat shit and die. You're just stealing from old people. Like is very.
I mean, there's a lot to be said about like Live Nation and Ticketmaster and shit. I don't know if they have their hooks into Canada, but
yeah, they do.
It's gotten to the point where like very rarely is the going to see a musician live worth paying $250 for a nosebleed seat.
Yeah, wow. Listen, just to help you with that question, Victoria has stumbled upon another one of those pictures, which is actually
Victoria is on fire today.
The Royal Ontario Museum here in Toronto, which was me and Buddha. We just
this is my favorite plot we've ever had. We're talking about concerts and then also a bunch of things in museums that look like Dino.
Yeah. Have you seen this Dino? And it's just me in random spaces. Yeah. It's a thing. It's we should have that as a concept. Have you seen something that looks like Dino? The only problem is we're gonna get pictures of people like, I found this piece of shit in a corner and it looks like Dino, and it will look like me, and I'm like, no, damn it. This is backfired,
or dick pics or something.
I mean, if your wiener looks like me, I'll look at it. I'm not paying for it, but I'd want to know.
It's worth it if you want your nose to bleed and hear music at the same time. Yeah. So the last concert I've seen that's not like, your friend's music, whatever, is Elton John, like you. When did you see him?
We saw him in Manchester, which is 2-3 years ago.
2019.
Oh yeah.
That's how long it's been since I've been to like a concert.
Well, the concert we were supposed to go to was in Manchester, and it was supposed to happen in 2020, and then it got delayed.
Well, it was probably that same tour, right?
It was the Yellow Brick Road, Golden. Yeah.
Yep. That's the same one. Which I'm going to tell this story again, just for the people who haven't heard it. I'm pretty sure you've heard this. For my mom's birthday in 2018, I bought her concert tickets to go see Elton John for the next year, for 2019. She was happy, and then 2 weeks before the concert in 2019, she goes, I don't want to go anymore. Which first begs the question of, does that mean I have to get you a birthday gift for 2019 and 2018 again, since you're like, no? I didn't end up doing that, but also the question was still there. Yeah, that's one. The other thing was also, why don't you want to go see Elton John? It's Elton John. And she's like, I don't know, he's bloated. He doesn't have the same range of motion anymore. What the fuck are you talking about? He sits at a piano and does this. There's no range of motion to be had.
On one side, seeing someone, because Elton John's performances used to be quite vibrant.
I have seen the coked up performances on very grainy video.
Which, listen, if you've ever watched anyone that coked out of their head do stuff that they're actually good at, it's something to watch. Just an FYI to people. So on one side, as we've discussed many times on the air, your mom has a tendency to be a negative Nancy, which is her own journey and something she has to deal with. But that's but
also we have to deal with it because we have to be around her. But
so technically, this is the thing: is no, you don't. you're an adult. You can just be like, yeah, no, I'm not spending time. It just makes you a bad person, and then you have that to deal with, right? So it's similar. Like I've explained this. I think we talked about it maybe last week, or we've talked about it before. Was like, I would lay my life on the line for any number of family members, without hesitation, without second thought or anything. Would I have dinner with them? Probably not. That's my personal time. I'm not, I'm loyal to a fault because my parents raised me that way. But my own personal time, I'm not fucking wasting it on some asshole that I'm related to. That's not going to happen. So in the same sense, but also like your mom seeing him old and bloated may be a thing of her facing her own mortality, which is also, it's weird, right?
I can understand that. Well, anyway, so I was very frustrated with that. And also I chewed her out a little bit because I was like, you got to see all these people in their heyday. This is all I get, right?
Yeah.
You got Van Halen with David Lee Roth. I got Sammy Hagar, except for the thing I mentioned, but that was a fluke. Like I tried to like get her to come with me. And she still didn't. So I tried to I asked people at my office at the time. Somebody agreed to come with me and then canceled the night of. So I'm driving to the concert by myself, and then I just scalped the other ticket and went to a concert by myself, which is really depressing, especially when the person you scalped the ticket to comes in and sits down next to you, because normally ticket scalpers sell you the ticket and then go fuck off and do other things. But I still wanted to go. So it was really awkward. The guy comes in, I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, hi, can we not do this? I'm like, yeah, we don't have to do that. We don't have to talk to each other.
I mean,
plus side, the scalping of the first ticket or the second ticket allowed me to pay off both tickets.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So, not the worst thing in the world. Got a t-shirt.
No, it's not about that. It's also that so this is the thing, is that people have their own shit going on in their lives all the time. Yeah. The opportunity to see Elton John and you can't get somebody, let alone the person they were intended for to come, but then a rando to come is also a little bit of soul crushing, where you're like, this is gonna be good. Like, why is nobody want to? Yeah. I would make time.
He was fantastic. He did a great job. Yeah.
He's a super talented guy. And think about I'm watching it 4 years after that thing. And I was like, man, he had a camera right on his hand so people could watch him, his little sausage fingers, just boom, 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 boom. And you're going, yeah, it was awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not mad at the coworker that was like, I was asking them last minute, something coming up. That doesn't bother me too much.
I would burn that person's office to the ground, just to be very clear. If I was like, hey, because that is a special, those are expensive tickets too, right? They're not cheap.
And this is me at the age of 25. I'm not rich now, but even poorer at the time. And
it's What was the excuse of the person the coworker? They just didn't want to go, or?
No, it was like a family emergency or something, which
full on bullshit. Nice.
Probably full on bullshit, but if it wasn't, again, nothing really you can really.
Did they ever bring it up or no?
What, afterwards?
Hey, I'm so sorry that didn't work out, but I had a family. Did they double down on their clear, obvious lie, or was it? Did they try and ignore it and just be like, "Oh, that happened, and we're moving on"?
No, the next day they asked me how it was, and kind of told me what happened. So I'm not mad at them.
One in a million. They sat on something and they had to go get a procedure. Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine.
I love Lily Allen. The last concert we went to see her, and she just looked like she was phoning it in. So man, that's another downside about concerts for these artists that got big in the, not recently. Is they're tired. They're tired.
Oh yeah, justifiably so, because they. Yeah. See, this is the thing too. Is I understand that certain concerts, we went a little while ago to watch My Chemical Romance, which was an awesome concert. and they did a really good job. It was, showmanship, fire, lots of great pyrotechnics. Couldn't have questioned it. One thing caught on fire, and I was like, I don't think that's. I'd put it in my reels. I'm like, I don't think that's supposed to be on fire, but that's definitely on fire. And then someone's like, in between songs, put it out, and I'm like, that was definitely not supposed to be on fire. That's 100% somebody burned some shit.
I just love the idea of a roadie walking by. Oh, they set fire to the speaker again. Okay, continue, and then walked back off.
Also, like, I've had people who are like, why don't you do that as a job? Like, just, and I'm like, I don't want to learn how the sausage is made. It's like I want to learn how the sausage is made, but also not for everybody. I want to just leave me alone.
Also, it's like really grueling work being a roadie.
Oh, I don't. I'm not too. I'm a beast of burden, right? Like, I'm built to just carry shit around all day long. But yeah, like that was, and also too, like, so a few times that we went to go see, because we've seen Lily Allen a couple of times. And the problem was, like, it was a smaller venue, which I prefer. The only problem is then I'm fat and I don't get a seat, and I have a problem with that. We actually went and saw Keane. So Victoria is a big fan of Keane, and we went and saw him, and we've had the discussion where it's like his music while he was on drugs was really, really good. And then after that was let's say less good, but happy that he got clean. So this was a concert where he did that album, the good album, where he was all drugged up, and it was a great concert. But again, nowhere to sit down, which I was not a fan of, because I'm okay to walk for long periods of time. I can't just stand in one place for a long period of time. Then everything starts to hurt because I'm old. But yeah, like it's one of those, not music, but I really want to get tickets to see Taskmaster. Oh yeah, I would die to see Taskmaster. We're going to go see Greg Davies in December, which I'm very excited about, which is going to be in London. So yeah, but apparently Taskmaster is traveling the US right now, which I'm like, that's some bullshit, because we're a Commonwealth. They should be here first. Fuck you guys. But what can you do?
Taskmaster. Fucking
Googling
Taskmaster.
You don't know what Taskmaster?
It's the game show. Fuck. Okay.
It's one of the greatest games ever.
I was so honed in on like Ticketmaster. I was like, what the fuck is Taskmaster? It took me a second. That's cool. I didn't know they had like a live touring thing. That's cool.
So just recently, Jason, it's a Greek guy, Mazukis? No, what the fuck is his name? He was from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was also in The Good Place. Yeah, he's really funny. He emailed the
face. I'm having trouble with the name.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't be able to pronounce his last name anyway. That's fine. It's like 19 characters. There was a Z, a K, multiple vowels. It's a rough one. So his he emailed them and was like, I want to be on the show. Yeah. And then apparently the newest season that's coming out right now, Kamal Nanjiani's on it. Who also released a special recently. My only worry with Taskmaster is that they're kind of jumping the shark, in that, like, this happened with Hot Ones, where Hot Ones was just people, and then it slowly became somebody who has something to promote, and then it became famous people, and then it became entertainers, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this anymore. Now it's gay. Like,
it kind of reminds me of, like, there's a Instagram show, I guess you could call it, called Subway Takes, where they're like interviewing people on the subway, and like most of the time it's just people on the subway, and very occasionally you'll get like, oh, they got Paul F. Tompkins, and I'm like, please don't tip the balance, right? The point of Subway Takes is it's just fucking people on the subway, but for them to be like, oh, we got Nick Offerman to come on Subway Takes, you like hit, like, Nick Offerman comes on the subway to do Subway Takes and then gets off. Like, he's not taking.
Yeah, that's not the same thing, right? And also, like,
the thing, right?
Hey, I would accept a Subway Takes with Keanu Reeves because he rides the subway. Okay, I would accept the Subway Takes with Jay-Z because he rides the subway. There are a few other impressive thespians that actively take the subway because they're like, I'm just traveling, whatever, But then, yeah, it's the whole idea of normal people.
Same, like, premise with Hot Ones, because I think the idea is with Hot Ones, like the audience wants to know the answers to these questions, and of course, you know more going in about a famous person than you do about just some rando.
True.
At my last school, there was one of the other teachers. We never got this off the ground, but we were floating the idea of like they should have like for their Instagram or something, there should be a Hot Ones for the teachers.
Oh,
and like I kind of love that idea. Like the kids are on the Instagram. Which now that I'm at a new school that's a lot bigger, I feel like you could do that better because there's more teachers that like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know any teachers that are they can take hot stuff? I was gonna say impermeable to hot, but that's not a word.
I don't really know much about the other teachers like spice tolerance, but there's lots of like Latino teachers, Black teachers, like that's the implication, right? That they can take hot food, but like Lebanese teachers. I'm serious. Like for people like me, or I'm thinking of about 3 others that are like pale white. On
holy shit! I was in case anyone wants to know, Alice was a lot of foreigners. You know how they like the spice, right?
No, it's more that the like pale white ass teachers are like get to level 2 and they're like, I'm done. I can't do anymore. Right?
Oh, that's fantastic. Jay-Z takes a subway. Yes, there's actually a video of him going to a concert and he starts talking with a woman and she's like, oh, you're surrounded by a lot of people. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to work. And she's like, oh, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm a performer. She's like, oh, that's so amazing. Like the ballet or something. He's like, no, just music. Oh, okay. What's your name? He's like, my name's Jay. She's like, oh, I'm Rose. Nice to meet you. And has a weird conversation. It's very endearing. Not the new news. The new news about Jay-Z, that's not what you want. This old one, very endearing. You're like, oh, he's like a normal person.
Nice for someone that famous because, like, you know, people have a certain idea about you before you, and then like there's that saying that public transportation works when everybody takes it, and like it's not just for poor people. Everybody takes it, right? In countries like Finland and Sweden and stuff, people of all different socioeconomic classes take the subway, take the train, that kind of thing.
Well, the whole idea is that the bus and subway has a level of mutual respect for your fellow passengers, right? And that's the problem is when it becomes a poor person's mode of transportation, that goes to shit. And then people are like, I'm not getting on that. That's just unsafe, right? It's the same thing where like, but it's happened everywhere where there are certain times of night where you shouldn't be going on public transit. And why is that? Because it's not safe. And especially in New York City where you have transit running 24/7, there are some people who that's where they live, right? And that is not a safe environment to be in. You know, Victoria said, can you do a Lego builds ones with interviews where you send them a small box of random Lego and ask them questions while you both build something ultra random?
I kind of love that. Is this a thing?
No, but I'm feeling like I might have to do it.
You should totally. That sounds awesome. Yeah. The subway is the best way to do in NYC. Yeah.
Same thing in Hong Kong. Listen, there are tons, and in London, oh man, their transit system is fantastic. Even like we had to switch from like bus to train to a different type of train and stuff like that a couple times. You figure it out. It's not too bad, and they have people that you can ask. It's manageable.
There are lines on a map. They're usually different colors. You know, okay, I'm going from the brown one to the red one to the green one, and you're there. It's not that big of a deal. So
Hong Kong and London, it's true.
What is a concert you've never been to that you would like to see? That's still available, not like in their heyday.
Like a Ministry of Sound, like a rave type party. I would like to go to.
Okay.
I've never been. So I was already married when I should have been doing drugs and hooking up with strange women. I was already married the first time. And then I had this pesky thing.
I had
called
epilepsy
morals.
when I should have been doing drugs, so it was just.
There you go. Yeah. No, it's a thing, right? Where you're like, that was. I'm kind of happy I missed that part of my life, just because I probably would have made really poor decisions. But then at the same time, even now, I'm like, I would love to go to a rave, and people are like, let's go, and I'm like, I'm too fat for a rave, and they're like, no, you're not, and I'm like, I'm also too old. They're like, you're still not, and I'm like, I don't believe
like, they have. I feel like with millennials and like getting older, there's going to be a market for like, raves, but now we're old or something, where like they're a little quieter, there's benches, that kind of thing.
So there's a new thing where so this is one thing was they have the headphone parties where everyone gets headphones.
Those are great.
I'll see that burn in hell before I put one of those set of headphones on. Okay. I want the music so loud that I'm not going to hear right for 3 days. I want to be able to feel the bass as my entire chest cavity rumbles, making me think I'm having a heart attack. That's what I want. Okay. Also, they've just started doing it's like glow in the dark hits rave hits bingo in Toronto. Okay. And the pictures look awesome. I don't believe it's going to be awesome, but we may go. I don't know. I've never played bingo competitively. Jim, maybe you can chime in on this. I don't feel like it's a party, but I do feel like you'd throw hands. But that's just my opinion.
I would love to see Weird Al live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because like I don't know if he made some kind of deal with a vampire sometime in 1986 or whatever, but he's barely aged. Like,
yeah.
If anything, he's got thinner, and like the hair changed. Like he still got the curly hair, but it went from afro to like long.
It'd be very interesting if at one point he takes his hair off and it's actually like an alien that's controlling him. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Because if anyone was
fantastic though.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. Toronto Transit blows ass. They need to go read a book. Oh, reading won't help them.
There's a YouTube channel called Not Just Bikes where he talks about public transit, and he's from Toronto, and half of that channel is just him ripping on Toronto.
Yeah,
he lives in the Netherlands now, and he's like, I fucking hate
Toronto sucks. Hey, the worst part is, so what they did was they took all of the extremely congested city roads and added bike lanes, and this is the stupid part.
Again, right?
No, it's not just that. It's they put up barriers to safeguard the bike lanes. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Atlas. I'm not sure if everyone's aware of this, but Canada gets a lot of snow for about 6 months out of the year. So when you plow the road past that barrier, because you can't pass the barrier, there's a barrier. Yeah. All you're doing is overflowing the bike lane. Dumbass. There are a million different solutions, and they're like, what is the most inconvenient, most expensive, dumbest solution we can have? That's the one we're going to use. And that's what they did. And that's why they're all idiots. Because, hey, should there be a bike lane? Absolutely. There should also be a pedestrian area, a bike lane, and roadways. Why? Because we have buggies with horses, you fucks. Okay? Like there's a clear, logical reason why you should do this. And they're like, how can we make it all intertwined and shit? And that's what they did. So you're the content creator that's shitting on Toronto. You're on point, sir.
Shout out to Not Just Bikes. Come on this random podcast that you've never heard of before.
I would love to discuss it with you because I am like, I don't like cyclists because they think they're cars and then also act like pedestrians, and I just want to kick them and ram them with my car. I would kick them while being a pedestrian, and then I would hit them with a car while being a driver.
See, now when you suggested like there should be a thing for bikes and pedestrians and cars separately, that's what bicyclists want also. Like we don't want fucking like, they don't want cars. They already have tracks and garden and parks to bike through. They don't need anything around here. Okay. Well, you're trying to use the bike as like a mode of transportation, then fucking like, I can go
get a better job. Hey, you know what? Take back transit. anyone who is like, I'm going to ride my bike in the winter, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. That doesn't work in the winter. It's not a winter vehicle.
Right now. What are you talking about?
In Los Angeles. That is not what I'm talking about. And you know that's not what I'm talking about, okay? You live in a climate that you can have a bike. That would make sense, okay? But putting a bike lane on a road, that's stupid, okay? That's stupid. It's been stupid from the beginning. It is stupid right now. It should have its own dedicated space.
Paint is not infrastructure. Do the thing like the separated or protected bike lane where you like the cars park and then there's the bollards and then the bike lane is between the bollards and the curb. That's great because then the cars serve as a natural barrier and then the bike is separated from traffic.
If you don't have snow, you are correct. Yeah. When you do have snow, all the snow from the car areas just goes into the bike lane and you're fucked.
Yeah.
See? Are there snow chains for bike tires? Oh no, they've created these ridiculously 4-inch wide tires, and they're like, oh, this is way more stable. It is a bike. It's not stable in the snow, you fucks. Jesus Christ.
I love Victoria saying, I saw Massive Attack live in Munich, and I felt like my internal organs were rumbling. The only song I know by Massive Attack is the House theme song. So I just imagine her in Munich, and she's like, oh, fuck yeah, a picture of Dr. House. And then people rowing on Harvard for some reason.
Victoria has notoriously gone to concerts while she's in a different country or with other people and I have no way of reaching her. And she's like, oh, I'm doing this. And I'm like, that sounds incredible. And she's like, oh, sorry, you're not here. Well, go fuck yourself. And then and then when I suggest, hey, would you like to do this? She's like, no, I already did that. I'm good. And I'm like, oh, that's good. I'll just go eat shit and die. Thank you.
We really need to have an episode with Victoria, and we really need to have an episode with Katie at some point. I don't think they would ever want to, but
no,
I think we should.
No, they don't. Victoria actively doesn't want to. Yeah. Trust me, you should see when I'm like, I'm going to record food and she'd little dive underneath the table. I'm like, I've never recorded you. I don't know what your problem is. And she's like, just in case you forgot. I'm like, all right, whatever. Do what you do. It's fine. It's very ridiculous. I'm
realizing that like, because I haven't seen a concert in 7 years, in 7 years, coming up on 7 years, then my like live performance thing is going to see like plays and musicals. Like, okay, so every year there is a little black box theater in my hometown called the Morgan Wixson, Wixson, and when I was working at my local newspaper, I used to cover their goings on. And they don't seem to get that I don't work there anymore, but they still email me every year. Hi, would you like to come cover our production of The Prom, Sister Act, whatever? Here are the dates.
You should, every time.
And every time I go, yes, I would love to. And then also, I also don't work for the Santa Monica Mirror anymore. Here's the editor's email. Like, that's always part of the email. So on Valentine's Day, Katie and I are going to see a musical called Dogfight, which I've never heard of before. And the premise is it's a bunch of Navy guys on shore leave that there's a dance and they do something called a dogfight, which is they try to bring the ugliest date.
Aww.
And hijinks ensue. I've never seen it before. It was an off-Broadway show like 15 years ago. I'm going to go in completely blind, but I've never heard of it before this.
I don't think you're gonna have a good time. That sounds horrible. Even Victoria, who has zero emotions. She had them removed as a child, like you do your fucking pancreas. Okay,
as you do with all British people. Yes,
exactly. She says, "Oh, that sounds horrible." That really does sound horrible.
It does sound like a horrible premise, but we'll see how it turns out, right?
You know what? I kind of want it to turn around and the women have the contest and it's the men are like, oh, we were the ugly ones all along. Oh no. Yeah. I think that'd be funnier. But that's the only way I get dates.
And then and then the week after that we're going to see Sweeney Todd, which is being directed by Jason Alexander. George Costanza is directing this. I've never seen a production of Sweeney Todd, but the fact that my first one is George Costanza directing it, I'm in.
I feel like Jason Alexander will never not be George Costanza. Like, And I'm okay with it. Like, let's be, and he should be too, because hey, George Costanza is one of the greatest characters of all time, right? Mm-hmm. So, can't stand you, fucking glorious.
Stanza,
oh my god, yeah, Costanza is one of the greatest things. I think Jason Alexander did such a good job as a creep in Pretty Woman. I think it's a oh yeah, he did. He's a very, very talented actor.
Before he was in Seinfeld, he was like a theater guy. Like his big role before Seinfeld was he was in The Producers on Broadway. So I have complete faith in him for this.
I have a childhood friend that looks identical to him and also went bald. So in other words, when he had hair and we showed him a picture of George Costanza with hair, like Jason Alexander as a younger person with hair, exact same hair. And then now they're both bald. It's very entertaining. He got very mad about it, but also I laughed a lot. It's fine.
And then in March, I'm going to see Beetlejuice. So that'll be
fun. I mean, like, look, I think so that company that keeps on reaching out to you to come review their stuff, I think you should actively be doing reviews of their stuff on your channels. And
I think that's what I'm going to do this time. Because, like,
absolutely.
Every other time I've, like, just this is me saying this now. If you're in the Santa Monica area, go check out the Morgan Whitson and their production of Dogfight, which has shows. Okay, one weekend is already done, but the weekend of Valentine's Day and the weekend after that, and then that's it. They're only playing for 3 weeks. So
I think so. Next weekend, can we do Valentine's Day? We can do a discussion on Valentine's Day, and I'll tell you why. Because I think a Valentine's Day is absolutely horrible. So Valentine's Day is on Saturday. So on the Sunday, we're going to discuss Valentine's Day.
Yeah. And then also we're just putting this as a heads up. We'll be taking a short hiatus for 2 weeks after Valentine's Day. So we're not doing episodes February 22nd or March 1st, but we'll be back on March 8th, which is daylight saving time fucking coming back. And El Font is going to be on that one. So yeah.
Expect us to be late.
I know. I'm not looking forward to it. I think it's not fair. If they're going to do daylight saving, they should have it 6 and 6, not this weird like 8-4 bullshit or whatever.
Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Hey, listen, okay, let's just start at the beginning. Anyone who's like, oh, daylight saving time is stupid, that's because you don't know math and you're a burden on society. Number one. Number two, should it be even? Absolutely. Of course it should be even. The idea that we need more time because people spend more money while the light is out, or you could be healthy and actually fucking learn to wake up in the morning and go to sleep early. That is healthier for you. Going out until 4:00 in the morning, while exciting, don't get me wrong, that's where fucking bad things happen. Just an FYI. Now I've turned into my father. That's fine. That's good because I hate Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day is a crock of shit. So Jim, you and I, we're going to have a great conversation. If we don't have a guest for then, reach out to Jim.
So just last question before we go. If you could see any concert of anybody in their heyday, who would it be?
I want to say Jesus whipping the money exchangers in the temple. That would have been a great concert.
That would have been a great concert. Yeah. Fucking.
You got the whip. You got the acoustic of the whip, the yelling of the people. I feel like it would be a good concert.
I'm going to send this to my friend Mary. She'll like it.
Johnny Cash. Yeah, Johnny Cash. Actually, you know what? So I have a weird story. Was a friend of ours. It was his. I think it was his birthday. But we all started to get jobs and stuff like that. So we started doing cool stuff, like experiences for our birthdays. Mm-hmm. And he got tickets for to go see M83 and Justice. We're both playing, and it was going to be one concert, and it was downtown Toronto. And we're like, fuck yeah. So we were all like primed to go. Atlas would see Yanni or Ricky Martin. Oh, 100% he would see Yanni. Yanni, hey. So
Queen is the answer. Queen in their heyday, I would totally fucking see Queen.
So we actually saw Queen with the young guy redoing. Who's the Adam Lambert? He actually did a really good job. He did. Yeah. So this is the problem with. I know. Oh yeah, definitely Led Zeppelin.
Pre John Bottom Death Led Zeppelin, I'm in. Like,
ooh, the Beatles or Jimi Hendrix?
Oh, yeah.
Because I would go see Queen again. Oh, definitely. They did it. So Adam Lambert, who has chops. I'm not even gonna say he doesn't.
But does he have the mustache?
So no, but he's also flamboyant enough in a subtle way to make it work. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
But he was very respectful of the source material and also put a little stink of his own on it. A respectful stink where, you know what? It was the queef of stinks. Like just say, hey, I did it my own, but I was very respectful. It was very, yeah.
Thank you for the imagery. I mean, 90s Spice Girls would be pretty fucking awesome. That would be fantastic.
I feel like I would have gotten beaten up at one of their concerts.
I mean, you're big enough for it where they're just blows are landing and you're like, can you stop? That's kind of annoying.
And like, I haven't had this good of a massage in years. Oh yeah. I mean, like I'm gonna start moving my back like a cat. And be like, yeah. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix or the Beatles. Can you imagine hearing the Beatles? Like the worst thing that's ever happened to society on a grand scheme of things is the fact that people like the Beatles came out at the same point in time where it was now permissible for people to be whores, and that just spiraled out of control. So being able to see that like in its infant stages, that would have been interesting.
Like,
probably would have got
Sgt. Pepper era Beatles. I would totally be down for.
Yeah. Drugs, sex, rock and roll, perverts. Absolutely.
CCR before they fell apart. That's another one I would love to see. Yeah.
I mean, who's the guys? Whoa, Black Betty, Bam Lamb. Those guys. Yeah, I would watch.
Isn't that just the one song they have though?
Doesn't matter. It's fucking cool. Or yeah, CCR. I mean, every performer that is in any war, Vietnam fucking movie, like all of those songs, you're going, fuck yeah! Like it's it's.
I would also have loved to see like Bon Scott era AC/DC too, because I like him better as the singer, even though he was only there for a few years until they got Brian Johnson.
I'm a firm believer that I think that people the lifespan of a group is very short, and I think it should be applauded and be sacred instead of the fact that people just kind of just keep on trying to squeeze that lemon dry. Whereas like when we went and saw Queen, I'll be honest with you, Brian May's the guy with the weird hair.
Yeah.
He started riffing and you're going, oh, that's not normal. Right? Like you hear him and you're like, oh, that's a doctor of music. Like that is a man creating sound.
I thought you meant like, oh, he's having a stroke or something.
No, you hear it and you're going, oh, that's a man creating sound. Like it's not like, do you know what I mean? Like it's not, you listen to it going, oh, it's like watching Da Vinci paint or Michelangelo paint. You're right. It's not. You sound like Epstein's coach in a good way. I mean, all right.
I have no idea what that means.
Brian May is also a doctor of science. I mean, who cares about that? The music, fucking hell. This is like you hear him playing and you're going, I don't know why this is affecting me. Like you can't. It's almost like you're like an out of body experience where you're watching it, you're hearing it, and you're going, I don't understand how this is so powerful, but you can't experience it. Like that's just that your beard looks like pubic hair. Yeah, well, they
again, which one? We both have beards. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, beards are pubic hair technically. So you're just an idiot. But it's that idea where like his effort to play music reaches out and touches like your brain, like right, boom, and you're like, whoa, like it's a very unique experience. And that's I can only imagine with fucking like Live Aid Freddie Mercury, where he's like, bitch, I'll do it live. Like that was the original. I don't need a warm up. I got this. And then he like watching the Elton John movie and the Queen movie, both of those movies, I think were some of the greatest things I've ever experienced. Just in that, if you could have been around during that experience, I feel like it would have made you a better person, you know? like the idea of Elton John doing I'm Still Standing after like going through that much dog shit emotionally and physically and drugs and all that kind of stuff, and then you see Freddie Mercury is like, I just want to be loved, and you're like, I get that so much more so, but also the plethora of things that were around him because he was rich and he was famous and everybody wanted to either be him or be with him. You're going, yeah, that's gonna fuck you up, but also he just wanted to do his thing and be loved, which I mean, I respect it, you know. What about you? Did you already answered? Was
Led Zeppelin, yeah. CCR, or what's it called? What was the first one I said? Queen. Was the
definitely. Yeah. Menudo concert. Jim, I wonder if Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein would go to a Menudo concert. I feel like the Menudo concert would go to them, but that's just.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
so people listening, what was your first concert, or what's your favorite concert you've been to? Put it in the comments. Follow us at Generation Dan wherever fine social medias are found. You can also follow me at Atlas Novak in those same places. Or check out my other show, Nexus at Night, that's on YouTube at 7 p.m. Pacific every Friday. That's about the trading card game Card Fight Vanguard. If that's not your thing, I completely understand. You, sir?
Yeah. Right here. Do you know the Genetic Marvel? I'm doing stuff all week. I have Morning Motivation Rant on Mondays and Thursdays. We have Motherfucking Mondays is on Mondays, clearly. And then we've been watching movies on Monday nights. We have a little watch party. This week we're watching The Green Inferno, which is apparently quite the movie. We've been sticking mostly to horror movies and stuff, but The Green Inferno is something I haven't seen. Marco has seen it, so it's going to be enjoyable. But come check out our channels. We have all sorts of things that are happening, and it is very exciting. If you don't like it, that makes you a bad person. So that's on you.
I gotta start being about it again.
Absolutely. But yeah, so enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everyone, and we'll see you next week for Valentine's Day. Later.